Good evening and welcome to another segment of our career talks here at Mentors League. And tonight is a very special edition because this is our Christmas edition, okay? And we have with us the presence of a friend and the one who will be our guest for tonight. Let me read to you her bio. She actually took up hospitality and tourism management at BYU Hawaii, that's Brigham Young University in Hawaii. And at that time that she was a student, she was the Filipino student chapter president, right? And she was also the executive director of the Brigham Young University Hawaii Student Association. Also, she had her intern at Disney College program at Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, USA. Okay, and then her first work was a factory liaison officer for Pro Look Sports, right? And then she moved up to becoming the director of strategic sourcing of Quick Strike Manufacturing Incorporated. This is the same company that from Pro Look Sports, then it graduated into this company.
The sisters company.
Sisters company, all right? And right now, at the age of 29, just after 4 years of being here in this company, she is already the general manager, okay? So friends, let me, please help me welcome our guest for tonight, Miss Nyla Burgos. Good evening, Miss Nyla, and thank you for accommodating this request to be our Christmas guest, this week. Now, our topic for tonight is how to motivate employee at work. Alam mo, nung pinost ko to doon sa last na aming poster sa Mentors League, people really came to me and told me I really needed that topic for tonight because I think a lot of people are managers, supervisors, somehow, one way or the other, they manage people. And organizations are made up basically of people, men and women. And these people are the ones who formulate strategies, they provide leadership, they provide the results, or they just don't provide the results. So it's very, very important. Surprisingly, however, people are often the most neglected part of critical organizational resources. People are being taken for granted, and in some cases, they are mistreated. So the rapidly changing nature of business right now in today's economy and global competitiveness require a fundamental rethinking in how organizations manage people. So organizations will not be successful or profitable if they do not pay sufficient attention to their working people. So medyo mahaba na introduction ko, kaya let me go straight to the questions we have for Miss Nyla. Miss Nyla, tell us about your work with Quick Strike and what does it do? Ano yung linya ng Quick Strike Manufacturing Incorporated?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Iro. So, Quick Strike Manufacturing Philippines Incorporated is a manufacturing company where we buy all kinds of athletic uniforms. So, name it hockey, basketball, football, and then from 3 factories in the Philippines. And then we export them to the US, Europe, and some parts of Canada, sometimes Latin America as well. So, Quick Strike actually, isa sa mga brand namin sinusupply is itong Pro Look Sports.
Okay.
So Pro Look Sports is actually one of our own brand na aming minamanage, and then we also have Riddell, New Balance, and then the other local brands in Utah such as Rival, Montrose, and etc. So all the school coaches, they order through Quick Strike, and then we do sublimation and customized uniforms for all of them.
So how big is the company? How many people do you handle? How many supervisors or team leaders under you?
Okay. Under me in the Philippines branch office, aside meron kaming main office sa US, our branch office here in the Philippines, so I manage yung communication with the 3 factories, and then I have a programming team, and then I have a graphic design, and then I have the administrative team or the accounting division.
Okay.
So 3 departments na aking hinawak in the Philippines with a total of 45 people sa aming office ngayon sa San Fernando, Pampanga.
How did you find the company, or did the company find you?
The CEO actually found me through Disneyland because I was doing my internship there, and then he went there, and then I was referred by a coach from BYU Hawaii. So itong coach namin, so sa basketball, he knows my RCEO, and then he told him, "Do you want to have a factory liaison for your business in the Philippines?" And then he talked to me, and then I give it a try, although it's really different from my major, which is tourism.
Yes.
And so I started as a factory relation. I just communicate all things and coordinate for the CEO until he asked me to hire ito nga po, graphic designers, and then eventually, kasi they moved the graphic designs in the Philippines, they moved the programming thing in the Philippines, so I had to hire all those people, and then now we are moving the accounting side in the Philippines, so that's how I started.
And of course, they found your talent, and they were impressed because given the success time that you have, 4 years, and then you really now you're on the top of the game, right? So how did your education in the United States prepare you for this bigger role in this company?
First of all, for me, the number one goal is I was able to understand diversity because I'm in the Philippines and then I'm learning the U.S. Management styles or the lifestyle in the U.S. and that helped me a lot how to work with my boss who are all Americans. So all of my our CEO, our CIO, our vice presidents are all Americans. So it helps me a lot na I was able to understand how they communicate because Americans, sometimes Filipinos, we speak English, but it's totally different from how
the Americans would say things.
And you really have to understand them. So I think that's one thing that he likes about me because I'm able to understand all these verbal communication, non-verbal communications, and other things.
Nalala ko lang, sometimes when you ask Filipinos how they're doing, they will just tell you, I'm okay, but in the context of they're not really okay. But for the purpose of just saying a response, I'm okay.
Yes.
For Americans, it's different. Kaya ang ganda naging education mo, and then you bring it here. Now you have to deal with both Filipinos and American counterparts. Kaya it's really a very enriching job, I must say, that you are having right now. Now, talking about diversity, tell us how diverse now is your company. Are you dealing mostly with the millennials? Do you still have people who are, reaching their retirement age? So, ano yung composition ng iyong company in terms of people?
In terms of people in the Philippines, they are mostly millennials.
Okay.
And then I have maybe 8 seniors na they're 30 pataas. And then of course we have to deal with the US office, which they are mostly mga 40s na rin pataas. And then the factory workers from 18 to retire. So yun, mga siguro po 50% millennials, 50% na.
Talaga malaki na talaga yung share of the millennials. And so how does it affect, or what is the working condition having 50% of the millennials joining your workforce?
You have to bridge both the gaps between the two generations. No? Kasi from millennials and then my generation, I think, or the generation X ba to. So it's really important to understand both sides. Compared just like how I understand both cultures, the American and the Filipino culture, now I have to learn both ways. The old ones, the senior ones, and then the millennials, and then the coming generations to come.
May papasok pa, right? Yung sinasabi natin generation Z.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about your management style. Kasi pag naalala ko yung mga management gurus natin, what comes to my mind are the names Blanchard, sino pa ba yan? Stephen Covey, Maxwell, Johnson, and I remember the books, the 1 Minute Manager. Ikaw, ano yung mga favorite books na binabasa mo about management, and how did they help you?
Actually, every month we have a management book na suggested by our corporate office. But personally, I love Stephen Covey. So I always read all his books, and my management style is actually also influenced by our CEO. So we believe that for the millennials, because I'm dealing every day with the millennials mostly, I need to give them autonomy. So the millennials, they don't like close supervision. Just like how our culture, the Filipino culture, they were very traditional in some terms. But the millennials, I've learned that you have to just tell them what you want, and then the goal, and then you let them work. You give them all what your
You don't
requirements.
need to box them, otherwise they will feel choked or suffocated. Yan ang ibig
Yes.
sabihin ng autonomy.
Yes, because the more that you give them the autonomy, the more they become more creative. The
Oo.
more that they can spread their wings and give you better ideas than what you're actually originally asking them to give you.
So is it the same when you deal naman with the Generation X or the baby boomers in your company? How do you deal with that?
Well,
Anong
actually,
style mo naman?
they're very adaptive eh. Di ba parang sila yung, kasi sila yung parang gitna eh, no? Parang,
Oo.
they know ang past and they know they are approaching the present. So they're very adaptive, no? For them, usually, ang nakikita ko talagang leadership na very important is yung you let the employee know that what important to them is important to you.
Okay.
So like for example, I don't want them to come to work stressed because they're thinking of something else. But I want them to prioritize ano yung mga kailangan nilang gawin pang personal man yan. That will make them happy. So what important to them will be important to me.
Importante yan, no? Kasi
Oo.
when we lose connection with our people at work, when you don't understand the cravings, the need, dadalhin nila talaga yan sa workplace. And I think it is very applicable sa lahat. I mean, as a person. I remember the book of Dale Carnegie, How to Gain Friends and Influence People. I hope I do not misquote. Pero sinabi niya talaga that the greatest craving of any human being is acceptance, recognition. You give it to them and they will give it to you. Were there instances that you have proven this theory or this principle true as you mingle or manage your people?
Yes, that is definitely true. Like for example, those who are single in the company, you should know what they want. So they love fun, they like this thing. So you have to create activities that will make them happy or divert them. When they are married na, I've learned that they want to prioritize their family. So when there is something that they want to do with their families, I will allow them to do that. Especially my IT side. So the software engineers, when they have like church obligations and then they have their own family activities, I let them finish what they need to do to make them happy and then come back to them when they're ready.
And when they are at work already, they are so pumped up, so happy because kalimutan nila yung kung ano man yun because you have given what they needed first.
Yes. That's true.
Correct. So, minsan kasi, ang idea ng ibang managers, when they talk about diversity only refers to ethnicity and race. And then gender, meron din ganun. Pero I've read from Workforce America Managing Employee Diversity as a Vital Resource. They describe nilang diversity as the otherness or those human qualities that are different from our own and outside the groups to which we belong. So examples of this may include but are not limited to age, ethnicity, kasama yan, and ancestry, gender. What else? Physical abilities, sexual orientation, educational attainment, parental status, income, religious belief, military experience, marital status, and work experience. Sa lahat ng mga nabanggit ko, Miss Nyla, ano yung nakita mo doon na medyo hot topic or isang red flag pagdating sa diversity? Na medyo yun ang nagkakaroon palagi ng friction at work.
Ang dami mga sa diversity, very talaga siya, very broad siya. Pero sa aking experience so far is cultural. Culture, because we have here like different people from different places in the Philippines. Actually, the Philippines itself is very diverse. No?
Correct.
We have different ways to communicate. Some people, they have very strong accent. Akala mo galit. Some people, they're very like shy. Akala mo tampo. So you really have the main goal for me is always to communicate, to improve our communications with each other. That is why, to help leverage ang aming mga diversity na yan, na challenges, actually diversity should never divide you. It should always unify you. Because everybody's like a puzzle piece. You may be different from each other, but you will help build a great picture that will be your company. So para po sa akin, it's very important we have team meetings and we express each other. And if you're a good communicator, you have to have three things daw, di ba?
Okay, what are those?
Three things you have to always give facts. No? Like dapat merong mga evidence or meron ka dapat
Your back up with solid
information, solid facts or something like that. So So people will understand you and believe you. So sinasabi mo. Then you also have to put emotions. Kung ano yung nararamdaman ng tao, because kunyari ako Tagalog ako, you have to understand that Tagalog people are like this. You have to be open, no? Na kunyari, meron talaga mga tao siguro hindi sila parapat eh. And so you really have to accept that and then you have to just interact the way that they are expecting you to respect them. And then lastly, of course, you have to be charismatic. You have to be cheery or you have to
This
be
is the
happy.
personal touch already, the charisma, personal charisma. Please tell us more about it and ano yung charisma mo, how you apply it, with your people.
So I think one of the best ways you can do is to always create a happy environment in the office. You should be like the light, no ilaw. So everybody when the dark is there, when pag pumasok sa office mo, you're like the light na iilaw silang lahat. No? So you have to be energetic. If you're a manager, hindi pwedeng lagi kang, you cannot bring yung mga pagod mo or yung lungkot mo or yung inis mo or yung away mo. You have to come there like really happy.
You know what? One of the things that is a bad practice, not to many, but some leaders or managers at work, is that whenever they reach a certain promotion and they start handling people, now they believe that they have the license. Alam mo yung ibig sabihin? The license na pagalitan ng tao, the license to humiliate people, the license to punish people. And I think that they see this newfound authority to torture. Because probably they went through the same thing. Di ba may mga ganang klase mga bosses na you really have to go through hell. Yung tawag natin talagang really bad boss, no? So, minsan nadadala nila when they go the hierarchy. Kaya importante talaga na maintindihan natin that you are dealing with people. Just like parehas lang din talaga. I mean, you cannot expect your people that when you come in and you're not happy, you can't expect them to be happy. Tama ba yun?
Yeah, that's true. And relationships, sabi nga ng aking management teachers sa Hawaii, relationships rule the world. So if you cannot master your emotions, you can't master anyone. So it's very important talaga. When I was in Hawaii, I had roommates from Korea, China, Samoa, America, and Filipino. And then before nilinis talaga ako, pag yung aming mga differences, marami talagang differences. One challenge talaga sa work is how will you address the differences sa mga tao na ito. And the best way is to really put your shoes talaga, put your feet in their own shoes. Talaga, you really have to understand them. I think being a manager or a leader, you don't have to, you really a mentor. And leadership for me is influence talaga siya. Nothing less, nothing more. If you influence people to become a better person, then you are a good manager.
I like what Miss Nyla said about being a mentor, being a leader. It's really the influence. It's nothing more and nothing less. They see you reject the same principles and beliefs that you have. You cannot pretend to be somebody when you're not, and it will just reveal. You will reveal your colors in due time.
Yes, that's true.
Are you learning a lot? We would like to say hello to those who have joined us in our program tonight, Career Talks. We have Miss Nyla from Burgos, who is the general manager of Quick Strike Manufacturing Incorporated, and we just talked about diversity. We just talked about her company and what they do. And moving on with our program tonight, I'd like to ask her. Well, let's go to this. Although natatakan natin, now how do you deal with difficult employees? Pag-usapan na natin yung mga problematic na mga empleyado. Kasi when you're working in a team, the team spirit is very critical. Somebody is negative, he can affect immediately, not yung within the nearest radius na talagang lahat yan. Much more if you are the manager. And when you say management, okay lang talaga if you have the hardworking people, they are collaborative, they are participative, they are contributing. Pero in today's reality, it's not really happening. Marami tayong challenges na ganyan because for one, there's a turnover. You have employees joining you, and then a couple of months or after a year, you have another set of employees coming in. So, dire-diretso dyan. And sometimes there are just people who are so difficult to deal with. And I have had my share of managers and even subordinates who are just plain difficult. So, Miss Nyla, how do you manage this challenging subset of the broader employee population who are so difficult to manage?
That is very challenging. I think that is very hard. It's one of the challenges every manager is facing right now. But for me, do not hire them. That's the number one rule. No? Do not hire negative people. Because I think one of my pride in the company is all of our employees, when we hire them, we always choose like really the positive ones. But along the way, they will also lose, yung kanilang motivation. So they will lose, or they start to become a difficult employee. Wala na yung nakakainis na, parang ganyan na. So how do you turn this around, no? So I learned that these people, every employee, regardless of diversity or cultural or age or whatever, they are looking for three things sa isang company. The first one is they want a company that will help them grow. That will give them, because the people, each and every one of us, there is an innate need to grow. You always want to grow. Because we're living things, very evident naman sa ating mga plans. So we really want to grow in kind of organization. Number two is the pay, the salary. Usually they think that they are having a lot of tasks pero they are underpaid. Yun talaga yung napapansin kong common denominator kapag nawawalan ng gana. They feel like there's so many tasks pero ang aking salary is not really what it's supposed to pay me. And then lastly is the working environment. Is it like, do you want a company na parang pagpasok mo, nakakabuisit, or yung will make you
toxic ka agad,
or you want, di ba kakaiba yung, I want to go to work. Kakaiba, di ba, every day we hear people, oh my God, it's Monday na naman, I don't like to work. Yes. So my number one goal as an admin is, we want our employees to tell us na, I want to go to work because they are missing the company. No? So how do you manage this, itong mga unsatisfied or difficult people? You find what motivates them. Yung sa tatlo na yun.
Is there a system for you to finding it out? How do you do this?
So for us, we do our best each day to keep our office alive.
Okay.
So we have like music, we have these things na mga free meals like fruits and vegetables or something like that will make us happy. We have events, like for example, it's Valentine's Day, so we're gonna give them like a simple card, like a heart, or if it's Mother's Day, because that makes the employee like, oh, I'm alive.
Yes.
You give life to their own lives, parang ganon. And then the salary, of course, makikita mo talaga sa kanila when they are started to feel like yung parang bugdot na sila sa gana nila. Yung, for example, for our graphic designers, there were times na nababoard din sila ng one of orders. Kasi parang it's always the same thing for years. So, anong gagawin namin? So, we will like have competition, pagandaan sila ng design for this kind of styles. And then we also have our quarterly evaluation, grading system. And pag nakita namin sila bumababa sa grading system, then we have to talk to them. We have the mentoring and then the coaching. And then yun nga, lastly is itong ating growth and development. We make sure that if they don't grow sa skills nila this quarter, they will grow personal development naman. For example, financial for this quarter, ating topic next month is communication skills. So you keep, parang you're feeding them.
Yes.
So they won't get hungry, because people when they get hungry, they are grumpy. But if they're not hungry, they are hungry.
Yes. Reminds me of how Google, Apple, and other creative companies do this. I think you are aware, yung mga top companies worldwide, how they treat their employees, how they glamorize, di ba? Talaga pinapad-up nila yung kanilang working environment. Sometimes, the people who are so confined in their workplace na nakarapan sa computer, they're not really as productive, whereas those people that are going around, they have to think. So there are companies right now, a lot of companies adapting to the same innovation of making the employees feel that they are growing, that they are alive and growing. Kasi pagka na-burn out na yan, mga burnt out employees, very toxic, and ang negative people madaling mag-develop. So we don't want that to happen to our organization, whether it be large or it be a small group. Talaga, we want to make sure that everything is yung feeling. I love the thing na sinasabi mo na when you go to work, you are excited. It's different. Where as compared versus the feeling na when you go to work, it's like already the judgment day for you.
Yeah.
Wala na, demotivated ka na. Tapos mababa pa yung sweldo mo. How can you make you as a manager, as the executive of your company, you cannot neglect the basic needs. Sabi nga natin yung Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
Before they can self-actualize, we have to make sure na namimit din natin yun when they're working with us. Okay, ang dami natin natutunan ngayon about the things that Miss Nyla is doing for quick strike. Now, ito naman, yung pag-usapan naman natin yan yung incentive program. Kasi maraming companies, they throw in a big chunk of their money, of their budget, holding incentive programs, creating incentive programs, team building activities with little or no return. So how do you plan and create incentive program that really address the needs of the employees, the programs that really work and make them happy, and in return, consequently, give big boost to your profits?
That is very every organization, iba-iba talaga ng style talaga dapat ang pagbibigay mo ng incentive, no? Like for example, dun sa mga factories na handle ko, nakikita ko sila, they, may mga quota. Usually, di ba yan yung mga, sa mga factories, may mga production, they give quota and then they will give you the dividend doon.
Yes.
Kikitain ng inyong production. But for my case, dun sa aking little office na yun, no, that before we give them bonuses, a lot of bonuses. Until we learned this story from our CEO na may tatlong grupo nga daw na sa isang company, they divided their employees into 3 groups.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, they will give pizza party every moment.
What?
The second one is they give cash gifts, just like what we did. And lastly is you just value them through appreciation and letters of encouragement. So in the long run, the last one, yung through letters and thank you notes, sila talaga yung nag-grow. O sila talaga yung nagbigay ng malaking impact sa company.
And without really omitting yung first 2.
They omitted it eventually. Until they focused na lang dito nga sa giving of thank you notes and appreciation.
And why is that?
Why is that? No? Kasi po, I learned that yung mga tao talaga, they want to feel valued and accepted. Actually, sinabi niyo kanina na they want to feel valued. Because in every organization, the people is your best investment, your best asset. Dapat talaga yung iba nga in your personal growth, you invest sa sarili mo.
Yes.
Sa company, you invest naman sa tao mo. Because they are your best resource ng income. Because without them, it's hard to grow as a company.
Yes.
So, eventually, what we did is we personalized our incentives sa mga tao. Before, we were so scared na tanggalin yung cash bonus sa kanila because it will be a great impact nga sa kanilang motivation. Ay, wala na akong bonus. Ay, tayong mga Philippines, we have bonuses, diba?
Correct.
But however, we decided to change it by giving them itong tinatawag namin mga exercise bonus, gym benefits. So like for example, we give them free membership sa mga gym.
Okay.
Kung saan they will exercise because we told them na we want a balanced life, no? So dapat yung incentives mo, nakikita mo lang siya na hindi lang siya yung pinipig mo yung tao. Sabi nga, don't give them the fish. Teach them how to fish. So if you don't have a strong body, you will have, kasi di ba when you exercise, you have endorphins. It makes you happy. So we're happy hormones. So let's give them itong gym benefits, and then they will go to the gym 2 times a week. They will exercise, we will do everything, and then we'll give them yung mga outfits because we are a sports company.
Okay.
And then so we see them parang wow, they're so happy and they pump up every time they go to work. And then lately, I decided to give them travel incentives because millennials love to travel.
Yes, that's
so sabi ko nga,
fact.
so I think they don't like yung mga masyadong maraming kainan, masyadong maraming bonuses like money. But if you tell them we're gonna go to Hong Kong,
and
they're
they
really
will
happy, you know. Especially now, there's so many cheap na mga airplane tickets. So it's really helpful. It's very cheap and sagot, cash sa budget.
These little things that the company would decide na ibigay could really create mas malaking ripple sa company, and it will deter many folks still.
Yes, and we also make sure we have the balanced life, yung physical, emotional, spiritual, and then intellectual. So we give incentives through physical body to exercise. Emotional is of course when you travel, you learn a lot, you become more empathic, empowered.
Yes.
And of course, when it comes to ito nga yung ating isa pang incentive is intellectual. We give talaga trainings to those deserving, and we have a book allowance for
Wow.
employees. So for example, if you read the book with us together with me, if I read the book as well, I need to read the book. And then we're gonna go somewhere like classy in a restaurant, and we're gonna eat together and discuss and learn from each other.
Wow.
So you're gonna, because incentive should not be something that you will give them mawawala na lang.
Yes.
Incentive should be something that they will carry with them. Even if they resign, the incentive will remain with them, like the knowledge, the good bodies, the travel memories that they created. That is, I think, and then of course to continue to give them appreciation and compliment. It should be specific, timely, and sincere. If you don't compliment people, kunyari, they did something well today, and then you'll say it the next week.
Okay, paso na yun.
Kasunod na yun. Okay, you give them compliments in front of the people, in front of the other employees. Like for example, when we do our team meetings, I really pinpoint people that I really appreciate that.
Wow.
And that is really like, I remember one of my team leaders, one of his challenges is yung English communication niya. And so today, when he gives report, all the English, so sometimes it's automatically sa brain ko because I studied in communications in UP. When people speak, even myself, automatically I proofread I check my grammar. So I was like, okay, correct. So lately, I discovered how he improved well because of the constant appreciation that he is very good in communication.
Wow.
And then he became really good at it.
Nice. If you are so quick to note that, ang dami ko natutunan. Hopefully you got that. Ang daming ginamit sa atin ni Miss Nyla na ginawa nila for your people. First of all, with the environment itself, people are happy because they have free meals, they have this gym benefits, they have this travel incentive, they have this ebook allowance. Na-capture ko lahat yan. And all of these things, if I am the one working with them, I would feel really full. Busog ako talaga, no? In all aspects, intellectually engaging, I'm learning, I'm growing. I want to be part of this company for a long time. Siguro, I think that's the commitment. And how are you seeing this impacting the commitment of your employees in the company?
It's very huge impact talaga. Because before, when we don't have those incentives para sa kanila, sometimes they always negotiate with me yung kanilang salary.
Oh, yes.
Give me an increase. Until it came to a point that I don't want to give them an increase because I want them to increase their value first before I give them the increase.
Yes.
So some of them, they quit. So I gotta be strong because my job is to keep this group talaga alive because it really supports the American, the US wing office. So sometimes I feel like scared na malose sila, but at the same time, I don't want to give to their to give in sa kanilang mga demands. So I need to be strong at the same time. Eventually, because we give all these incentives in a different way, in a unique way, hindi lang puro cash ang iyong sagot, but they give you the balanced life, and a good life, and a happy life, a happy working environment, then they all return.
Wow.
To the company. Like all of them, lahat ng umalis, they came back. And then, that's when I realized now, you see,
It's working.
it's working. Because really, if you give them all these three important needs ng isang tao, they will really love the company.
And ulitin lang natin the three things that people need.
They need growth and development. So you have to keep helping them to grow, learn how to spread their wings. And then second one, a good pay. A pay that will give them, when you give them a good pay, you also give them a good key performance indicator, meaning to say, what do you expect from them and how they are going to hit those expectations. And then lastly, of course, you create a happy working environment. That when people come to your office, they'll be like, I want to stay here. Sometimes may problema na ako ngayon, ayaw nyo umuwi. Sabi ko, umuwi na kayo,
Sobrang fellowship
na siguro. Sabi ko, sobrang na kayong close. So every activity na yun, parang gusto nila laging extended. So ako naman na naistas ngayon sa budgeting nila. Sabi ko, no swimming, just party. Napapaano tuloy. Pero really, it's very important to really
And these same
empower your
principles that
people.
you mentioned, are close to heart. Because even if with our personal relationships at home, with our friends, these are all applicable. Normally, you don't stay with people who are toxic. You don't stay in a relationship where you are not growing, when you cannot express yourself fully. So parehas lang din. So when these people come to work with you, do not expect that they have these alien needs. It's just the same primordial basic needs that we all need as human beings. So minsan yun yung talaga nakakalimutan natin because of some naiiba, no? When we work, we think that these people don't need these things anymore, but yes, they do. Yes, they do need all of these things. Wow, time flew so fast. We're more than 30 minutes, but let's wrap this up and then ask Miss Nyla any parting message now for those who are managers, leading people, managing people, those who will be promoted in a couple of months or years, and basically those people who are over other people. What is your advice to them when they relate to them or they manage people?
Wow, that's very amazing question. Thank you. So for me, just like what I told you about the 3 needs, do it for yourself as well. As a manager, when I started the company, I only had 2 graphic artists, and then 20 sila, and then I had 1 software engineers, and then again 15 sila, and then it's still and growing each year. And I realized na when I started this company, this quick strike manufacturing, I had to go through like the registration. I had to go to the building all these departments and everything else. My number 1 advice to all those young managers and promoted, and of course current managers, is to keep learning. Get a mentor for yourself. Like for example, when I opened the office in the Philippines, I hired a lawyer. So she was still teaching me about laws, and then for financial, I hired a CFO of Pampangas Best to teach me really how about finances. I needed to be hands-on ka talaga. And HR ngayon, I hired an HR manager from Manila. So all these mentors that who are teaching me right now, if you really want to be a great manager, you really have to be humble to learn from these amazing people and also learn from your subordinates. So ito yung mga ginaguide mo. So always learn. Never stop learning, and always dapat updated yung learnings mo talaga. And of course, don't get overwhelmed. No? Di ba, sa pag manager ka, nakaka-overwhelm yan eh.
Yes, sa dami ng ginagawa.
Parang sa first 3 months, excited ka.
Yes.
Wow, I'm a manager! I'm gonna be the best manager in the whole world. And then after 3 months, pagod na ako. So, you really have to take yourself and talagang i-balance mo yung life mo po. No? You really have to know ano dapat yung, sabi nga nila, how do you want to be remembered as a manager? So sa buhay ko, when I became a manager, I realized sa buhay ko na I need to have a specific vision kung ano yung gusto kong na maging manager ako. So do I want to be the toxic one, the happy one, or this one? And then I keep that motto sa akin, which actually I learned from Disney. So sa Disney, ang natutunan ko po talaga is, we create happiness. Yes. So we create happiness. So I think that's my mission statement for myself. I want to create happiness and I want to help other people become a better person. Because I think that is the best way to measure your success. How many people were you able to help when you die? And then lastly, of course, be a good listener talaga. Sometimes when you're a manager, it will come to a point na sometimes because I started the company, the Quick Strike company, because before kasi we only have Prolog and then we established Quick Strike manufacturing in the Philippines. Sometimes pag meron mga bagong ideas yung mga tao parang, who are you to teach me? I opened this company. Okay. So I learned talaga po na talagang you really have to let go. You have to delegate. Kasi before pag ranking ka pa, you do everything eh. So you want to be hands-on, like
you're the technician.
You're the technician, you're the guy. But when you become a manager pala, you have to change your mindset. That you are now, kumbaga sa level ng mga floors, nasa 10th floor ka na, huwag ka na pumunta sa first floor. Yes. So you have to oversee everything and make sure everything is in good.
They're working together.
Yeah, so you have to delegate. Let go of the task na talagang dapat mo na talagang let go. Kasi before meron akong time na ayoko let go tong ganitong task. I feel like I'm the one who could always to eat like best. Or sometimes may mga expectations ako hindi nila nami-meet, pero pag nagawa ko, mas nakuha yung expectations. But I learned that delegation is also trusting the people. When you trust the people, they will trust you back. And eventually, hindi man nila ma-meet yung agad-agad yung criteria gusto mo. But I know, as you continue to mentor them, they will get the expectations na yun. And actually, when you do it by yourself, compared to when they do it dahan-dahan, and then eventually na-meet nila yung requirements, it gives you more satisfaction and happiness pala to see these people doing better than how you're actually expecting them.
Oh, nice. They surpassed. No, they surpassed the expectation.
Yeah.
Wow, we are so lucky to have you tonight, Miss Nyla. You're an exceptional manager, an excellent one. You walk the talk, and I could really feel I could really feel the cheerfulness in you, the youthfulness in you as you lead the company. And so we wish you well with the coming year, especially next year, with your plans and the goals for the company. Thank you so much. So tonight, friends, we learned that really people are important. People are really important in our work, and we should know that we have to follow certain principles. We have to follow the things that make people tick, that make people inspired and motivated, kung ano man yung kanilang mga goals. Not just only goals for the company, but more so, we have to know their individual lives. And so may I close this by saying that it's the people that drive our organization to succeed or to fail. And as long as we do not lose sight of this straight and varnished truth, we will be on the right path to building a truly people-based organization. One that requires managers to master the art of people management in this 21st century. And there is no easy way. I suppose kahit ganito kadali lang sinabi natin, but I know that Miss Nyla took the pains, the effort, the time, the creativity to think about this and lay out the foundation, the plan, how to get her people working in a harmonious relationship at work. And so thank you for that. Next week, please tune in again to our another segment, because next week it's going to be Miss Demi Bernice Eslit. We will get to know her story of how she transitioned naman from becoming an employee to becoming a freelancer and eventually an entrepreneur. And you'll be surprised that just yesterday she turned 22. So millennial, napakabata, and she was able to really find what she wanted to do. And yun yung gusto natin, the clarity that the person has. And so we will get to know her story, and she will reveal to us the secrets, how to successfully navigate and dominate the online market. Wow. Okay, so it's also another very exciting topic that we have next week. And also beginning next year, which is a few weeks from now actually, we will open another segment in Career Talks, which we will call Career in Focus. It's following a day in the life of our future professionals. So either we talk to a dentist, a scientist, a teacher, a policeman. We will go to these professionals, and then we will show you how they work for a day. Para magkaroon sila na idea na I'm looking for this kind of profession or career. Ganito pala ang buhay nila on a daily basis at work. Okay, so we want you to be part of that. So if you have any topics that you want us to cover for Mentors League as regards to career and work, let us know. Send your suggestions to our website, which is mentorsleague.ph. Let me repeat that, mentorsleague.ph. Also, you can get in touch with us through our page, which is this one, Mentors League. Don't forget to like and follow for more updates and more of this video. So once again, we have Miss Nyla Burgos, the General Manager of Quick Start Manufacturing Incorporated. Thank you so much for this wonderful interview.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, we have to say goodbye now. Thank you.
Bye. See you next week.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.